video, of course. I'm going to answer all of your questions, like where have I been? What have I been up to? What's new? What's not so new? And stuff like that. But in the meantime, if you're still rocking with your girl, if you know anybody that would be rocking with your girl, remember to like, click, and subscribe. And if you want to get notified, hit the notification bell. So what we're going to start with, because I have been waiting, everybody in the world knows that my favorite season of Love and Hip Hop is New York. So tonight we're going to review the first hour, and then later we're going to talk about the second hour. We were going to do both hours, but we were struggling to stay awake. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be, and I couldn't get my mind off of some other things that I just felt like was more pressing issues, and that might be my ADHD, and it has absolutely nothing to do with y'all. Like, what's going on with Flame Monroe? But before we get into all of that, what I would like to do is first, I would like to mention Clinical Skills Training. They are an excellent facility here in Atlanta, Georgia. They can teach you phlebotomy, EKG, medical assisting. If you want to check out their school, they're affordable, they're fun, they're fantastic. You get a quality education. It don't take forever, child. And the link will be below. Also, I want you to check out my favorite blogger, Ash Said It. I have her links below as well. She has all the stuff to do in Atlanta. I mean, from the food to eat, to where to be, to what to do, to who to see, to how to dress. And we even had some veal stuff. And that's when I found out I don't like veal too much. But, I mean, it's all good. The experience was fun. So, let's jump into the start of this episode. So, when we were going to start the show, the TV literally flipped off and went to Netflix, and The Cult of Chucky popped up. And at that moment, we should have known that it was going to be some bull-ish. Like, I don't even watch horror movies. Nor does anybody here. And I darn sure don't do no cult stuff, okay? We rep Team Jesus up in here. So, that was an indicator that this was going to be some mess. So, we're going to see if that's true or not. Because, I mean, it took over the TV. Literally took over the TV. And then it said Cult of Chucky. It might have been a joke, though. But, I mean, who would Chromecast Cult of Chucky to the TV downstairs? Right? I mean, can somebody Chromecast it from somebody else's house? No, I don't think so. So, anyway, so we start with good old Kimbella. And, you know, I like Kimbella. I do like Kimbella. I enjoy her. My only issue with Kimbella is that I cannot get past her biracial waterhead. And I have a biracial waterhead too. And I just really think, like, you guys let me know below. Does my head look like hers? I think we equally have, like, big old heads. But I am here for that flat hairstyle and them wide old titties, child. Like, Kimbella, she came back looking good. So I'm going to give her that. Oh, let me mention. Speaking of biracial, I can comment on both. So don't be coming at me all crazy. And love handles come from white people. Tell me they don't come from white people. Show me scientific facts that love handles don't come from white people. Because they do. Because if y'all look at some of all these 15 million BBL videos and y'all go look at the white ones, where they go put the booty fat at? They start at the love handle to the booty meat part. Prove me wrong. Anyway, I've taken some notes because it was just a lot of information going on. Okay, so we got, what's her name? Yandy. We have Yandy. We have Jonathan. I like Jonathan. I'm glad that Jonathan overcame his alcoholism and taking Xanax and stuff at the same time. Like, kudos to him. We have Juju, and they're all meeting. So we, of course, know that the purpose of this meeting is for them to segue Chrissy Lampkin coming back onto the show. They got to warn Yandy that Chrissy is coming back to the show. Now, this is how I feel about this. I honestly, for real, like, cringe at the idea of Chrissy coming back to the show because I think it's like stupid. Not only did he segue her coming back to the show, they picked the worst picture of her flashing back. They put a picture of her with a doggone mullet and hoop earrings talking about she gonna beat somebody up. Can't nobody with no mullet talk to me like that. I mean, so anywho, Chrissy, we all know why you here, baby. We all know that the mansion. How are you a part of a ladies millionaire club in Miami building houses and real estate, and your house in the good New Jersey then just got foreclosed on for $100? That's what we don't understand. And then you all up in your scene looking like you just got off a Spirit flight, talking about you here to do this and do that, and you want to be respected. First of all, you met up with Kimbella with a side bang, talking about you want to address issues. If you gonna come at me with a bang to confront me, you better have a whole bang and not no piece of a bang. She looked like Corey Feldman off of what's that show, Marriage Boot Camp. You're gonna have a whole piece of a bang talking about, I just need some respect. You need to respect yourself first. You could have combed that right on over. You look like you had just got off that Spirit flight, swooshed that to the side, and went and met her. But now what I will give Kimbella, you know, Kimbella has elevated since Juelz has been in jail and stuff like that. Hopefully his sentence is over soon. You know, she been stepping her Fashion Nova ad game up. And I guess Kim was like, if I got to meet up with Chrissy, I'm going to have pants on this time. No more free shots for me, okay? Because we all know last time. And then they keep replaying the clip of her getting beat up. I would have to write in my contract, if y'all gonna keep showing me getting beat up on TV, y'all gonna have to pay me more than everybody else, because y'all keep showing me spread eagle on the thing. But she came in her little Versace Fashion Nova outfit with her pants ready. She had her wig down, her glue down. You can see a little bit of the dark glue right here on the edge. It was planted to her head. It wasn't gonna move this time. And she was ready for Chrissy. And Chrissy looking, I promise you, she had just got off a Frontier flight. No shade. No shade. But I just feel like the same amount of money that you used to get on that flight to come up here and do all of this, you could have paid that hot $100 and saved your house. I don't even understand how you didn't know that was happening to your house. I don't even understand how you a ladies millionaire investment club and didn't know that was happening to your house. How deep of a relationship are you in? Who did Jim think was paying for the house to where it got the foreclosure for $100 in a tax lien? I'm just saying, that ain't my business, but I mean, it is what it is. We are not here to judge. So then, you know, they show, of course, they get to Sin Santana, and then they get to Joe Budden. We all know what their storyline is about. They just like Peter Gunn's Amina and Tara for this season. He old as crap. She young as crap. He cheated allegedly. All we could do is say thank God for Papoose talking some sense into that man and telling him where he was wrong instead of that usual New York creep squad stuff. Because Papoose smart. Papoose know they getting old and they know their knees is getting bad and they're not going to be able to maintain this creep squad stuff for too long. And Papoose is in a nutshell saying, nigga, you really ugly for real, and you got this beautiful woman, and you gonna dog her out, bro. You better be grateful for what you have. You have a beautiful baby. You better nurture that, take care of that, fix that. At least acknowledge where you're wrong, that the stuff was in your phone. You couldn't have get caught with something you didn't have. So, clearly we see Joe Biden's mindset is very young in that aspect. He's young in all the wrong aspects of his relationship. And thank God for Papoose, the voice of reason, the voice of black love, to make it seem like some black men got some sense up in there. So, then we get to, who else? Erica and Safari. That is the most self-absorbed relationship. They are both two attention whores that ended up together, that really, they're like one and the same person. They do it for the fun. They do it for the fame. Safari is a joke. We know he's a joke. I mean, just last season, he was rapping about being the baddest guy on the block, and then he was crying on the radio, I think at the Breakfast Club, about how he had got beat up and robbed. So he's for everybody. Like, it don't matter if it was Jumanji's mama that was trying to holler at Safari. It don't matter if it was the bride of Chucky. As long as it showed Safari some attention, he was going to go for it. And Safari and Erica, they showed each other the right amount of attention, and they went for it. And the relationship is probably about as deep as a 1-inch hole. They unfollow each other every other day on social media. He supposedly got a wife or baby mama or somebody ex in Jamaica that he doing something with. Like, he's for everybody. He got a new somebody every season. So, whatever. He's still Nicki Minaj's ex. And Erica Mena still ain't got no further in her career. So, it really ain't benefiting either one of them. They probably stealing each other jewelry, filing claims. That's probably how they still got money, because all they posting is Fashion Nova ads for men and women. They ain't doing nothing else. But we'll leave them alone. And let's see. What else was important? Oh, Chrissy halfway apologized to Kimbella. Chrissy's apology was so condescending that before she apologized, she tried to force her to say that she was wrong in the situation. And even though Kimbella's like, yo, but you still put your hands on me, like, that was wrong. She's like, it may have been a little aggressive in my approach. Instead of just saying, I'm sorry. So instead of them really squashing the beef, because they haven't, they're going to get together for the equal disliking of Yandy. This seemed like to me, this same beef, that's like you beefing with somebody in kindergarten. And then y'all grow up and go to Clark, Atlanta. And then all of a sudden, that person from kindergarten, because they still feel the way how you did them, now they going to beef with you at Clark, Atlanta, and find the other girl that's going to beef with you at Clark, Atlanta, and try to make your life miserable. People will sell their soul for a check, baby. And clearly, they needed a check. And at this point, like, Love and Hip Hop seems to just be dredging up stuff to make it viewable. Some of these shows gonna have to start going to sleep. Like, really, you had to put Jocelyn on Miami because when nobody filmed with her in Atlanta. You got Moniece hopping from here to New York to where, not Florida, California. You know, it's becoming a lot of contrived drama. But anywho, we'll do part 2 later on because I feel like it put my cameraman to sleep. Anyways, I also, every video, I want to shout out, like, another YouTuber I think is dope. And I'm going to shout out Tay and Lou. I'm going to shout out Tay and Lou because, and they do a lot of mukbanging, and they show like their family dynamic. And they are just a really fun couple to watch. You guys check them out. I'll put their links below. Everything that I mentioned today, the links will be below. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at talkisteaG@gmail.com. And I will be more than happy to answer your questions, let you know where I get my kush from. And some of the stuff you'll see in the future, you'll be able to order. Have a good one. Bye.